Hey everyone, this is DJ. On October 7th, 2021, Amazon released a new Fire TV Stick 4K Max, which has a few new hardware improvements like a faster CPU, GPU, and also a little more RAM. But in this video, I will be talking about 6 other new features that 4K Max has that the 2018 4K Stick does not. So stick around and find out right after this. Alright, so the first new feature we're going to start with, and it's going to be the most obvious one, is going to be the Wi-Fi 6 support. The 4K Max is the first Fire TV, and it's the only streaming device in its price range that supports Wi-Fi 6. The benefit of having Wi-Fi 6 is the potential for faster speeds with lower latency, better signal range, which will help reduce buffering issues, and also has more bandwidth that will help with homes that have a lot of devices. Now, in order to take advantage of this, you do need to have a compatible Wi-Fi 6 router or an access point, but if you don't have one, don't worry. The 4K Max is backwards compatible with all the routers. Alright, second new feature would be the support for external storage. Now the 4K Max, which is running Fire OS 7, will now let you connect a USB drive using an OTG cable, like the one you see over here. Now I already have one connected to the 4K Max, as you can see this. And all it is a cable like this. One end connects to the power coming from the outlet. The other end connects to the 4K Max. And right in the middle you got a USB port. Then all you're going to need is a USB thumb drive, which I would recommend using a 3.0 or 3.1 thumb drive. 64 gig will probably be enough for you. Even though the 4K Max, the USB port is only a 2.0, the 3.0 or 3.1 drives will run better and faster, and they're going to be more reliable compared to a 2.0 drive. I also prefer to use a USB hub, take advantage of the one port. This one has 3 ports on there, and on the bottom you have a Ethernet port on top of it, so I can hardwire the 4K Max if I want it for a more stable connection. And by using that, instead of just a single port over here, you can connect 2 of these as external storage. So you get 2 ports right there as an external storage. And then you can use the third one if you have, let's say, a wireless keyboard. And that's it. And then also plug it in with an Ethernet cable. Now, these need to be formatted as a FAT32 file system. If it's not, you will get a message to format the drive. Once you connect it, we'll go right here, go back to our screen. As long as it's a FAT32 file system, you will get a little screen, a little pop-up over there in the corner, like you see now, that says limited device access. All this is letting you know that you still have access to the drive, because the 4K Max with running Fire OS 7 will recognize and mount the drive that it found, but you're not able to install any apps to it. If you're using it as external storage, there's nothing else you need to do. All you need is a third-party app like a Kodi or a file manager to access the files on that drive. But if you want to expand the storage, all you need to do is go to the settings, scroll down to My Fire TV, click in there and go down to USB drive, which is a new option once you connected it. This is where the differences between the 4K stick and the 4K Max. This one will recognize and mount it. So once you click on that, all you got to do is format to internal storage, click on there, and that's it. Then you can add more apps to it and use that as internal shared storage. Now, a couple of warnings here. If you click on format to internal storage, any files that you have on there will be erased. So make sure you remove any files from that thumb drive before you click on format. Also, once you format as internal storage, it can only be used on the 4K Max. So if you want to use it on another device or a computer, you will need to format it again as a FAT32. And also the last thing will be, if you're going to move apps to the thumb drive, only the application files will be moved to the thumb drive, not the data files. Just another thing to keep in mind. Now, of course, I'm going to be making a little more detailed video about the differences between using external and internal drive, but that will be a little later. All right, so that will cover that. Third new feature will be the disable HDR option. Now, high dynamic range, or HDR for short, is great for most people, but for some it's not so great. If you have an older TV, for example, that does not support HDR, you only have the option to have HDR on all the time, or let the device decide when to turn it on or off. Now, for some people, this was very frustrating when you're watching a movie and the colors are inaccurate or washed out if the scene was too dark. With a 4K Max, there's now an option to disable HDR altogether. All you have to do is go to your settings, go over to Display and Sounds, click on Display, and scroll all the way down to Dynamic Range. Now you see a third option in here. All you have to do is click on Disable HDR, and that's it. Now, other devices that offer Disable HDR option will be the 2020 3rd Gen Fire TV Stick and the Fire TV Stick Lite, which they have adaptive or disable option in there. Hopefully, this new HDR option will eventually make it to other Fire TV models with a future update. We just gotta wait and see. Alright, so we're gonna stay in Display and Sounds because the fourth new feature will be about audio and video diagnostics tool that Amazon added to the 4K Max, which is also available on the Fire TV Cube 2nd Gen. But as of the making of this video, this is not yet available for the 4K stick. Now if we click in here, now this tool comes in handy if you have a soundbar or an AV receiver connected to your TV, or if the 4K Max, let's say, is connected directly to your soundbar or AV receiver. This tool will detect if various surround sound standards are supported, and also if your current Fire TV settings are best set for your home theater equipment's capabilities. As you can see on the left side, you have the audio capabilities and what's supported. And on the right side, it will show you your TV's video capabilities. So what's the maximum resolution that it's set or it will play, the maximum refresh rate, if it supports HDR, HDR10, HLG, and also if it supports Dolby Vision. Now below the results, there's also a button that will play a short clip that it's on a loop over here. And it's actually encoded in different formats that matches the settings and equipment you are currently using. So if I click on there, it will play a little quick clip over here. Let's get out of here. Now, one thing to keep in mind though, is if you connect the 4K Max to an HDMI switch, you may get inaccurate results from this tool. Just a little heads up. All right, let's go back out. All right, for the fifth new feature, this will be the ability to control the volume of your Bluetooth soundbar, headphones, or Bluetooth speaker by using the volume buttons on the Fire TV remote. All you gotta do is go to Controllers and Bluetooth Devices here, click on that, scroll down to Other Bluetooth Devices, and in here, just click on Add Bluetooth Device and pair the device that you want to use, if it's a soundbar, headphone, or Bluetooth speaker. And then once it's connected, that's it. Now you can use the volume buttons on the remote and adjust the volume without the need of a different remote. Now, as of the making of this video, the 2018 Fire TV Stick 4K still does not have this option. Not sure if it ever will, but as of now, it does not. All right, last but not least, the sixth new feature would be the camera picture-in-picture window. With the additional power to the CPU and the GPU that was added to the 4K Max, it can now display a live doorbell or security camera feed in a picture-in-picture window while you're watching a movie or a TV show or even YouTube without the need to pause it and view the camera feed. Like with the 4K stick, you can still view the camera feed, but it will be in a full window, not a picture-in-picture. This can be done by saying preview and the name of your camera into the remote by pressing and holding the microphone button. So for example, preview front camera. And a little window will pop up over there. And you can see the feed from there. Now this can also be configured with a routine in the A app to automatically pop up when there's motion detected or someone presses the Ring video doorbell. But that would be like a different video to show that routine. You can also press the home button and hold it down for a second or two. And then from there you can go full screen or just close in the picture-in-picture. Or you can just press the microphone button again and just ask to close the picture-in-picture. Dismiss it. That's it. All right, that should cover all the 6 new features that the 4K Max can do, which the 4K stick cannot. What do you guys think? Any of these features interest you? Are you going to use any of them? I would love to know. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. All right, so that should do it for today. If you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below, and I will try to answer everybody's question as soon as possible. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know you like what I do here, and it also helps my channel grow. Also, make sure you click on subscribe and the little bell icon to get notified of any new videos that I upload. Thank you for watching. This is DJ. Till next time.